going on today? Okay, so now I'm live on X. Okay, back on. All right, so now I'm buff on both sides. Let's look at the people in the chat. Big up yourself. Come on in. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty here. There's been some issues with YouTube. For some reason, my YouTube is not connecting to stream. Okay, now we are back. Okay. I will have to delete one of my thing on YouTube. Carl is here. Big up yourself, Carl. Okay, now it seems like it's working.
Yes.
Yeah, because now, I can see that.
I see it. I see it on YouTube. I see it also on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because I didn't know what was happening here, man. This is how YouTube be getting people, man. Big up to people in the building. Please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, share. Carl and myself been out here talking. We started with a bang, and just to find out that people did not get anything, man. Big up, yeah. Dan Hussein is in the building. Yeah, I'm using StreamYard. Is there something going on, Dan? Let me, if you're available, let me send you the thing. You could come talk with us for a few minutes if you're available, Dan. Yeah, man, it's kind of weird, man. Maybe I'm not the only one. Am I on? No, I'm not. Why am I not finding Don on my chat? 1 second, Don. He said, "Is it back and running? I see you on YouTube clearly." Okay, yeah. As if now it's working, I had to stop my other show, Don, and then X. Right now, I'm not even on X. It seems like there's a technical difficulty on all of them. So I can jump. Okay, no problem, Don. Next time, man. Big up yourself. Thank you for coming through. Great show yesterday when you were dealing with them haters on Terry's show, man. Thank you. I need to come back on your show again. I appreciate you, Don. Big up yourself. LFC Mac is in the building. Yeah, man, it was weird. We were out here talking, chopping it up, giving out knowledge, and the whole time YouTube StreamYard was just acting a fool, man. Yeah, big up to all of you. I think X is still having a difficulty because it says that I'm live, but it's not. Yeah, a rail behind too. Carl is. But anyway, Carl, let's jump on it. We don't need to waste any more time. This YouTube thing will be acting weird. So let's just get on it. So what we were talking about, people, is the match yesterday and the thing that is going on with some of these fan base that who thinks that big up to Truden, he's in the building. Yeah, man, Leone, is that his ACL? Have you heard anything, Carl, about Leone? Oh, he torn his ACL.
Well, yeah. Well, yeah. That's.
Carl.
Yeah, I'm just very, 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 very flabbergasted. I'm very stunned, man. I'm very saddened. I'm usually not that saddened about player injury, but I'm first game, man, and it just torn his ACL, and oh my God, that is big, man. That is big, man, and then especially at the formative years of your time, man.
That's so sad, man. I thought he hit his head. How did he tore his ACL? What? At one point, I didn't see any.
No.
Big up
to Irish, in a lot of pain.
Building.
Yeah, he was a lot of pain, man. That is, I think that's the very first bum news that we got the whole season. It's. I really wished it was really nothing. I really wish maybe it was a sprained knee, like I really wish it was something like that. I did not want him to be gone for a whole season.
Yeah, my place, my office, the Italians kids, like interns were like, "Yo, we hope it's not bad, man. It's just a headache or concussion."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not seeing any report on Irishman. Have you heard any report on Giovanni?
Yeah, Romano said he's out for several months.
Oh shoot!
What
He's
does
torn
that
his
mean?
ACL.
Several months, man.
Well,
Several
depends
Yeah,
months.
it
on
means more than 4 or 5. It just means, yeah, you're
Okay.
looking at the season
Yeah.
for something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
7 months at least 7 months. So that's his season. He's gone for the season.
he's gone, and he's gonna miss the World
Yeah.
Cup.
He's gone for the season.
It was
No,
unnecessary.
he's not gonna miss the World Cup. He's not. He's not necessarily gonna miss the World Cup. Um,
I mean, 2 months,
because
5 months, up to May, man. He won't be
well,
not be
you
playing.
probably you probably have surgery in December because you don't just right away get surgery. I mean,
Okay,
and
so
then
let me share this. I'm not sure how we threw them. Are you sure why are you going all the way up? See, this is exactly what we were talking about, Carl. We have finished defensively. What is this, man? Bro, we need to stop this foolishness, man. This is not table tennis. Even table tennis, you
yo,
could
Van
stump your
Dijk is
tongue.
not the one injured. Van Dijk is not the one injured. Ibu is not the one injured.
Like, yo,
Gomez
these
is not
fans,
the one injured.
this is
You gotta go
annoying
too
the hell
far.
out of me, man.
This this went too far.
Bro, it's how if this is a contact sport. Do you think that when you are not watching them, what do you think they'll be doing? They'll be in training. Anything can happen in training. So Fabricio, this is about 2 or 3 hours ago, says not yet waiting for Liverpool test, but for sure it looks like not a small injury. Players side also waiting for scans and hoping for the best.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is not 100%.
Nah,
It doesn't
let's
look
see.
good, but it's not 100%.
No, I'm at Romano's website, account, and he's saying Liverpool has torn his ACL and will be out for several months after excellent. Yeah.
Okay.
So they don't know yet. They torn ACL, they're going off. And 2 months could be because what's the name also has, from what we're hearing, has torn his ACL.
Madueke?
Yeah.
Is
So
it ACL or a knee sprain, something like that?
now knee strain that you don't go 2 months. Knee strain is 2 weeks, 3 weeks at best. A month I will give you, but 2 months. It depends on the grade on the injury, right? So ACL, it depends. If he ripped it off the bone, then he's done for the year. He won't be back till next summer after this World Cup, like Virgil's.
Mm.
So if it was a partial tear, we can see him maybe early next year. But he's a kid, 18-year-old. If you're gonna hurt if you're gonna mess it up, that's the year. I mean, our player, what's his name? Vert, the same thing.
Words, yeah.
You know what I mean? And this time the science kind of help a little bit, but man, this is sad, man. This kid, I was out here like, yo, we are in the process of building a new Rolls Royce, man. You could see how he was moving. This kid is not flustered, cool, calm, and collected.
And then he's barking out orders. Barking out orders, man. Barking out orders, bro.
We have Virgil already? Because the pressure was coming at him and he was just chilling.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's yeah. Big up yourself, Red. He said, all having a great day, man. It was gonna be a great day, but getting the news like this. And this is what I also tell people. An Irishman knows that I never use that word. It starts with a K, ends with an A. When I saw people when Madueke got injured, Liverpool fans were laughing and smiling and excited. Be careful. You're not supposed to do that. Even your most hated rival, you do not celebrate an injury in their camp, because that Lady K, she is something else. This is a warning. All right, I'm telling you guys, this is a warning. Whether you believe it or not, it's energy, and energy is all around us. If your rival players get injured, you do not laugh. If you have nothing good to say, don't say it. Just keep on moving. And I saw when Madueke news came in, a lot of Liverpool fans was on Twitter laughing. One of them I know, and when he comes on the show, I'm gonna get on his case. I told him before to stop doing that kind of stuff, and he did it. Next time I see him on this channel, I'm gonna get on his case. We don't do that, man. These are athletes, man. You can't have a good competition.
Make sure you do that, man.
What's that?
I said, make sure you do that. Make sure you do that, man. I think it's pretty crass for people to be making fun or laugh at others in their pain. I don't think that's football. I mean, I can make fun of you for miskicking, for falling, but I'm not making fun of you because you got injured. And that's not part of the game.
Exactly. Like people out here laughing at people injury. I'm like, yo, that is no. Well, let's move on. Honesty said that Gravenberg has no doubt putting pen and paper with a new contract at Liverpool, and it could be a smooth conversation. That's how you do it, man. When players want to stay, you put that paper in front of them as quickly as possible. Big up yourself, Honesty. Now, Irishman and Carl, the game yesterday, man. I felt like that was aesthetically that was the best thing we've played since this, even with the first team squad. As much as rusty as these kids, Joey and Endo were, where they were just misplacing passes left and right. But it's like I see where the manager wants to go, but still some players need time. It's annoying to keep saying that every week or after every game, but you could see what they're trying to do. And it's like, the first team can score the last minute goal. And guess what? The second squad could also do the same thing. So in a case, they all have the same mentality. What do you guys think about that?
Again, like I said, when we got rudely interrupted by YouTube and everything in StreamYard, to me is that the quality of a team is not all the time in the detail, but in the effort they put in to establish a playing style. And I think that from the whether you want to call it from the first team or the second team, they are doing their best to implement the coach philosophy, and then you could see it all the time with anybody that's playing. And then I think that's a testament to Arne Slot and the trust that they have in the manager. And I think I've said it on Brian's channel yesterday, is that this is going to look wonky because we were playing in a team that before with Klopp, that we don't want the ball, we don't want to control the ball, we want to finish it, we want to finish all action. That means that win it, pass it, score. Win it, pass it, and score. We didn't want to pass it. We didn't want to hold it because that was just not club style. And then with this manager, we want to control until we could find the right time to score, and then also be in a better shape to defend. To me, when you start doing the implementing that kind of style, it has to take time, and we need to be patient. And I think that if we didn't win the league last year, I think a lot of people would have been frustrated with this manager already. But because we won, he's getting a pass.
What about you, Irishman?
I never want to see Endo, Nioni, and Jones start in midfield again. That was horrible. There was some people out there that had a chance and they took it, and some people out there had a chance that didn't take it. Ekitike, I'm sure we'll talk about him. Chiesa, someone said it to me earlier on. Is like, you do realize Arne Slot just basically put this guy on a 1-year fitness program. That's what we've done for this guy. We've gotten back to, like, he's someone else. Leone ACL. Kay's done his ACL. Virgil's done his ACL. Florian Wirtz has done his ACL. So they're going to be able, they'll be able to sit with, like, he's got people around him who, like, to do that at that age, like, that guy's probably never had really a serious injury before in his whole life. So to do this on your debut, I mean, the football gods can be pretty cruel. They have a pretty cruel sense of humor sometimes, he was having a brilliant game.
Yeah,
he was having a brilliant game, and he was looking quality. He was looking like a Liverpool player. And then you have that. I mean, I know Chiesa was absolutely sensational. Rio did Rio stuff, but struggled. He didn't quite have that defining moment. He didn't quite get past the last man or have room for that final shot or pass, but he was constantly trying, really dangerous. The rest was just okay, but yeah, that midfield, to me, Endo especially, I thought was just really poor. I call him everything other than kind of reacting to play. He's great at reacting to things that happen around him, putting out fires immediately, really quickly, tackling, getting his. But if you want him to be involved in composed build up and thinking about what's happening, I don't really think he has those tools. But that's not his fault. This manager did bring him in. And I thought Southampton were very good as well.
Yeah, they're very good. That's the thing. Well. You got to respect your opponents, man. These guys were playing, they're starting a new project, so you got to respect what they're trying to do. Hey, people, stop talking about buying a transfer window, man. Transfer window is 4 months down the line, so we're not going to buy a new center back. Period. I'm saying it. Please, Irishman, go ahead.
No, I mean, with that, we're under serious pressure now in that squad. Frimpong he didn't win. I saw his stats. He didn't win a single defensive duel when he came on. He lost 4. Then got put into midfield. He was kind of okay. It was just, look, Quasi, as you all say, when you see a team and that team has never, not like 3/4 of that team has never played together before, never started again. So they're always going to be a bit loose.
Yeah.
A bit kind of scrappy. Kind of guys don't really know each other exactly what they're going to do. But I just think that Chiesa, I mean, if Ekitike is banned now, which he is, and Isak isn't quite fit enough, then I start him through the middle against Palace.
No, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm thinking we as Liverpool fans, we get overreactionary too much. We just want to see nice things all the time. Nice things just don't come up. What? Carl, let me ask quick question and to the people in the chat. What percentage you think that what people the players do in training comes up off the field? What percentage? Anybody knows?
Whatever they
train on in practice, what percentage do people think can actually happen on the field?
I'll say it's a 50-50 proposition in terms of probability, because I think at times if the training staff and coaches prepare really well, they are able to practically guess the kind of game it will be, and then it happens, it happens. But the thing is that at times you think that a team was going to play a certain way, and then they don't. They threw you off, and then now you have to change the plan that you have to scrap it really quick and dictate another way and find another way to win. So to me, I think it's a 50-50 proposition. At times when it happens, that's when you see the 2-0, the easy win, the 2-3-0 and easy win, and everybody goes home.
Irishman, what do you think?
Well, like Mike Tyson said, everybody's a plan until you get punched in the face, right? You can plan for so many things.
Yeah.
So, a lot of your build up and a lot of that kind of stuff can work out for you. But yeah, the sticking it in the back of the net kind of thing, that can be over rehearsed, But I think we implement a large part of our game plan. Yeah. I don't know what percentage number I would put on it, but I think a lot of times what we try to do is what we do. But then if what we try to do, if the end of that is we're going to get players into positions and then allow these players, because they're such high quality, to make their own final decision on to shoot or to pass or to, then that comes down on the players as well. But I don't know. I'm not really sure. Like, do you not think we're getting our messages across? But I think we tend to kind of, play our game the way we want to play it a lot of the time.
Well, I'm gonna say what's the name? Red says no more than 40% on the average, maximum 60 if predictors sign with the reality on the day. This is what I'm trying to say. Like you guys all mentioned that players who we haven't played with each other in a long time. So imagine what happens when they go on a team. Red said 40%. I'm gonna tell you guys, no more than 25%. No more than 25% of what you did in training, it doesn't matter who you prepared for, shows up in the actual game. And I'll tell you why. Factors, like Carl says, we have perfect example. City versus Arsenal. Pep Guardiola has never played the way he played against Arsenal ever. I don't know when the last time people see it. Yes, we've seen him play defensive, even against Liverpool, where he tried to hit us on a counter attack. But the fact that he substituted all his strikers to play 5-5-0, right? You can never prepare for that. Even Burnley, we saw Burnley play Manchester United, I think the week before we played them, right after the international break. And they decided that, you know what, we're not going to play football today. Everybody sit in, what they call it, 6-4-6 or whatever the formation was, right? So that's the power I'm trying to say, that a lot of times we are too eager to just jump in and be like, oh, this is nobody is going to get it right all the time. These players, we all acknowledge that these players have not played with each other ever, even this season. Don't we think that we should put that into context and say, this thing is not, even for the manager, like Irishman said, putting those three midfielders together is a recipe for disaster. So a lot of things are not going to, that's why we have these type of games. I personally think that Nyoni played very well as an individual player. Endo played well. It's just his passes was non-existent. Joey, if you look at Joey as a defender, which is his first priority, he played well. Just the brother didn't know how to pass, and that's always been a Joey's problem, even when he was at his best. Sometimes he will make a weird pass. If you guys remember Champions League against Spurs, Virgil was making fun of him even on the top of the bus when they were celebrating the win. It's like, yeah, Joey and his wonderful passes. So I'm not here saying that, oh, we played so very well. But personally, what I'm saying is when we criticizing these players, it has to have proper context. Otherwise, we should just do the banter thing. Oh, this thing is black and this thing is... Individually, I thought they were good. Isak, bro, I was so excited when I saw a striker that when he gets a one chance, the ball is in the frame. He had two chances, one in the net. The first one, I don't know how the goalie saved it, right? Ekitike,
yeah,
same thing, right? Nyoni passed the ball. He was in right places. If we're going to give credit to Southampton, then they did something right for our players not to do the right thing. That also has to be looked at both ways. I thought Nyoni played well.
With the Endo one,
go ahead, please.
Sorry, Quasi, on that, with the Endo one, it's exactly what you said. Yeah, they did. They pressed Endo.
Yeah.
As soon as we passed the ball to him, they pressed him and he couldn't deal with it. He just gave it away and then we stopped passing to him. So, yeah, it is okay, a team trying to stop us doing what we're doing, but it's also exposing an obvious weakness in one of our players. That's another way of looking at it.
No, that's true. Ro, I don't know why you are afraid. Maybe the contract is signed. Maybe they haven't announced it to everybody yet.
It is. That's done. Okay,
They're
he
done,
signed that
man.
to you.
He signed already. You need to investigate.
Yeah.
I thought he already signed it.
Hmm.
Who are we talking about?
Real.
A
Rio.
Gravenberch? Real.
No,
No,
Oh,
real.
Rio.
yeah.
I thought
Real. Yeah.
he's already signed it. Big up to Fuzzy. He's in the chat. Fuzzy, if you're available, let me know, man. We'll send you the link. Big up to everybody in the building, please.
Yeah, but they don't
Hit the like button.
they don't do PR for 18-year-old or 17-year-old
Nah, I've never
signing.
seen that before.
I've never seen that before. So like as soon as he's as soon as he's at the club, I don't really care to know how much he's getting paid. I don't really care to see that fanfare. Like he's a
Yeah.
17-year-old. Why are we trying to count his money?
And the thing is, he's 70-year-old. He's already have a contract with the club. The next
Yeah,
contract for him is the
he's like
professional
18,
contract. Yeah,
which
18.
is
No, it's
So
17. No, he
17?
signed his
no.
first pro deal. He signed your first pro deal at
Yes,
17. He signed his first pro
no.
deal now at the age of 17.
Yeah,
But
you're
it's
right.
all.
You're right. But I'm saying is that actual like big time contract, big money
Oh, he
contract,
hasn't gotten that
first
yet. No.
big money. Yeah, that's what I mean. That
Yeah.
those ones I can understand. We make some fanfare for him, but like
mhm.
a 17-year-old signing a pro contract, dude. Why do we need this? Like that's a bit weird. Just
We are
yeah,
reacting
just
way too fast.
great
Irishman,
touch.
yeah, Reddit said that I respectfully disagree with Irish. I thought the midfield was well balanced and distributed equally left and right in attack. A lot better than the first team. I agree with Red. I thought, yes, Endo could not pass the ball properly. And that's because he was pressured. They were bringing in two men, blitz on him. But the ball was moving aesthetically. The ball was moving very smoothly. And I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at a whole different thing.
I disagree with you. I think defensively they were doing a good job, but I think that in terms of moving the ball, I think it was it was iffy at times. At times it looks good, and at times it didn't look good. And at times, just like you said, anytime it read through Endo, we had issue. But anytime it went through either Neoni or Jones, it got much better. I think it's when Endo was facing the team, he had better he had better passing, or he was making better decision. But anytime he had his back to the field, they were pressuring him, and then it just wasn't good, and then we were being counterattack a lot. Yeah, I think this is a great moment for Bicetic. I think he can come in, either play the center back next to Gomez, or we put Endo at center back in the next a cup situation. Again, we don't know who we're playing yet until tonight, but I think that we need to find out what we're going to do with Bicetics, and I don't know if he's still injured, if he's still trying to get back into health, but to me, that should have been his position right there. When Jones came out, he should have shown up. He should have become a midfielder for the team. The whole thing of making a Frimp on the midfielder, I think that was a little bit wonky also. So, but again, I think it's going to be like that in cup game, because we definitely need to give our top players some rest, our first teamers rest. So.
Yeah, I mean, Irishman, what you say about big up to me? He said, don't prop up our players who didn't play. Gomez and me, go look at the stats on what they were supposed to do. The reason why they don't look good is because there were about 3 or 4 passes where you'll be like, bro, are you guys drunk? That's what I'm saying. Their passes was atrocious. Joey, yeah, I'm like, Joey, you. I mean, even the goalie also made a very bad pass. Their goal came off a bad pass from Endo, which this, if you follow the sequence of play after that, they score a goal. Yeah, I agree with you, Nee, but go look at their stats. If somebody were to show you that kind of stats, you're gonna be like, wait, what? That's what I'm saying. We have to make sure. I understand if you said that, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it, but we have to be careful how we coming in. Like, in terms of the team as a whole, when I'm talking about the team as a whole, I understood what the message was. These players haven't played with each other in a long time. So I was expecting something like this to happen. Endo has played one game, which he came in, they put him in the right back, and then they had to move him from right back to midfield because the manager realized that was a mistake. Gomez, I think, has played one or two here and here game. Those who play well, you've seen them play a couple more games. Chiesa was just amazing. The player that stood out for me is the two Italians, Chiesa and Leone. Right? If it wasn't for this injury, Liverpool fans would be like, we got the next Virgil. Italians, like I'm telling you, I work with some Italian kids out here, and they are like holding on to dear life, saying that they hope it's just a concussion because he is a big factor in their team going to the World Cup. You know what I mean? So I think that we have something here, but like we all been saying, it's not gelling yet. For whatever the reason is, we need these type of games to get them to play. And I was glad that the manager had no first team player on site, i.e. Virgil, Konate, all those players. So you don't get tempted when things got hot. But guess what? The power we have to give them props for is when things got hot, they manage it very well, just like the first squad. Right, Irishman?
Yeah, I mean, you said a lot there. You can't. I mean, you say, like if you say look at someone's stats, I don't really care. I saw the game. I don't. I don't need to know certain things about stats when you watch the game. It may inform something different, but you can tell by watching 90 minutes of football who played well and who didn't. And to me, I can't see any world where that could be described as a good performance by Endo. In terms of what this football club wants and needs.
Right.
That might be good enough for certain teams, but I don't see as that being good enough. That's not going to get you. It's not a slander on Endo. It's just like your skill set being at that level doesn't get you into a Liverpool team, as far as I'm concerned. Leone's still a young kid. Struggled to really impose himself in that game, I thought. He when he had the ball, he was nice on the ball because he's good on the ball, but he didn't really get a grip of it, get a hold of it. And Jones did what Jones does. Jones, I see as being my kind of new hobby horse is that, Jones should be the new Endo. As in, Endo was a guy that you bring on to lock down the midfield defensively for us. I see if you bring on a Jones late on in a game, you're bringing on someone who can lock down that game by keeping the ball and passing the ball. You don't have to be a defensive monster. You can give him the ball. You can pass. His pass completion, all that has gone through the roof now recently under Slot. You can trust him on the ball. So I like that's fine. Jones in midfield is fine. Endo is game and he wants to be here and he's given his all. I just mean there's a quality gap there that me personally, I can't get over. Joey Gomez, I thought he got a bit better as well. But, I don't even want to talk about Joey because as soon as you talk about Joey, you hear he's after hurting himself again or whatever it might be. So just don't mention his name, just leave him in the background and hope he's fit because we absolutely need that now. So, yeah, I mean, man, look, it was a cup game and it was at home and it was against Southampton and they made us look similar enough to them other than in certain areas, especially in the midfield area and the way they pressed us and the way they worked and all that. So for me, same against like the Plymouth game, it's like, yeah, I think you might have played your way into the conversation. Like Chiesa played his way into the conversation last night. I think Endo may have played his way out of the conversation last night.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Irishman, but the thing is, those players needed that. they needed a baptism of fire, because can you imagine if we go to Crystal Palace and we need one or two of them to play, and they can't play because they haven't had enough game time? Because people, the games are coming thick and fast. We already are what, week 7 on Saturday with Crystal Palace, or week 6?
Week six.
Yeah, it's coming in, and I'll talk about the rivals. People in the chat, please hit the like button, people. Come on. We are giving you guys jewels here. As you can see, none of us are agreeing, which is a good thing, because it gives you guys a great show. So please, go to Irishman also and subscribe to his channel.
I don't know what you're saying, Quasi. I agree with Irish right now. He's talking sense right now.
No, that's fine. You going with what you see. I test methods.
It happens every now and again, Carl. It happens every
You know what I mean? But I'm going with the thing that whatever Endo did yesterday, if he does that against Crystal Palace, which we've seen him before, people will be like, "Oh my God, let's put him to the stake." But he needs those games to be able to wash it off his system. Nobody knew Giovanni is that good.
And I'm gonna help you out right here, Quasi. This part I agree with you. I think this has a lot to do with the fact that he hasn't been playing for 2 months now, and then he did a cameo in here and there, and then for 5 weeks, but nothing enough to give him a form, and to give him football form, and then football form is always different than being fit. And I think that if you love football, you got to understand that. I think that he will get better. He will get better.
People don't understand that. I mean, Nyoni has never played this year. I think the only time he played was preseason. Fuzzy, big up yourself, man. What are you saying? We're talking out here about the game yesterday. I mean, if we are using the microscope, everybody was horrible.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt.
But the thing is, that's what I'm saying. We have to put context on, like, even Irishman says that 3 midfield should never happen again, which it will never happen. Right now, I think the next round we will probably play a EPL squad, because I don't know who created this Carabao Cup group, because all the EPL teams are playing the bottom clubs today. Like, watch the list. Everybody's playing a big, every so-called small club is playing a big club.
Yeah.
So in terms
that was a setup.
Because they want the money, man. It's getting, Carabao Cup is getting too.
Yeah, they do want the money in it. Yeah, I thought the game was weird. I didn't like what I was seeing, because I had a bad omen about the game. Like, I could see someone picking up an injury the way we was passing the ball. The players didn't look like they were connecting in any sorts. When I picked the team, I put obviously Jones and Endo in the middle, 2 experienced midfielders, and either obviously Soboslai, or I put Wirtz there in it, so Wirtz can get the game time and get used to how to play in this type of football, if you know what I mean. Because when you play against these championship guys, it's a different type of football. They will challenge you physically as well as mentally. Everything just about the game didn't look right to me, and the 2 that came out of it, that was 3, you could say, Isak as well. Was obviously Leone and Chiesa, and now Leone, I'm hearing he's got ACL. Like, what is going on? Like, this year has been one hell of a year for us, like we had joy, and we had obviously at the same time madness, like bad things happening as well, and it's continuing with that stuff. I just hope he gets better very, very soon. Because when I saw him, I didn't think he had an ACL. I thought it was a back injury or shoulder injury or something.
I thought he hit his head, because when he fell back. Like, now I'm hearing.
I always thought it was a knee injury because of how he slid. To me, is that I don't think that he wanted to tackle him. But I think that for some reason he slid into him. He slid into him, and then he gave out.
It's a freak accident, It's one of those freak things that happen in football. That's why I keep telling, again, public service announcement. When our rival club players gets injured, Don't go and celebrate. Say, oh, this person got injured. Ha ha ha. That lady K, she's a all right. Equal energy, man. Whether you believe it or not, it's energy. Energy transferable. It cannot be destroyed. So be careful on how you celebrate other clubs' misfortune, because it's a ball. You hit it on the wall, and it'll come right back at you. But please, Fazi, continue.
No, it's true what you guys are saying, but it's a learning curve, isn't it? Like things like this, when you change the whole team and expect them to do things straight away, it ain't gonna happen, man. You know what I mean? You still need some experienced players with these players, to get them through the game.
Yeah,
I thought some of the players were awful. I know Irishman said Gomez got better, but I thought Gomez was horrendous. You know what I mean?
Hey, somebody blocked this
from
guy.
a low bar, Fuzzy. From a low bar.
Some of the
Okay. Thank you, Irishman.
Some of the passes he was making, like, it could have caused a lot of injuries. Like he done one twice. You know what I mean? In the same go. Like he tried to pass it. This is Gomez.
Oh, Gomez. Okay.
He passed it to Noyoni when he was marked. The ball came back to him, and then he tried to pass to Endo, and then all of a sudden they needed to score a goal, hit the crossbar, and the guy missed near the 6-yard box. It was just continuous. He kept us slipping over again and again, and I said, Gomez, man, we've been supporting you all these years. Are you upset that you're not playing regularly, or what is it, man? Like, you're looking like a player that don't want to be there for some reason. If you know what I mean. It's not our fault you get injured every single time whenever you got the momentum. So start performing, because that Leone kid is showing you up. You know what I mean, throughout the game. So yeah, like Gomez, I don't know if he got better. I don't think he did, but yeah, he was horrendous in the game. And that midfield, that trio, like with Nayoni and Curtis Jones and Endo, I hope we'll never see that again. Let me just put it that way, because there was no.
Now we have to see it again. We have to see it again. We have to see it again.
Number one, there was no creativity. Number two, like, if Curtis Jones plays like that, I can play like that. I could go on the pitch right now with my dodgy knee and play like that, passing side to side. He's supposed to be the creative spark at the free, and he didn't even create nothing. If we're gonna go with players just passing side to side every single time, then we've got a problem here, guys. You know what I mean? Like, we need more. This is where you express yourself as a player. You're not in the first team, so show the manager, like Chiesa did, like Leone did, like like Isak did, like you want to be part of that team. You know what I mean? And you're not showing enough for me to be convinced.
Respectfully,
I'll be honest.
I disagree.
I disagree. I vehemently disagree.
And this is what I
disagree. As much as you want, but that's my opinion. Like,
no, that's fine. But what did Carl say, Jesus?
1 minute. The reason I say this is we've been here for 5 to 6 years, guys, and we're still talking about the same thing. That's insanity. When you're repeating the same stuff about the same player every single time. He needs to start performing now. He's at that age. He's 24, heading towards 25.
What did you want to see, Fuzzy? Just to catch up.
I want to see creativity. I want to see shots. I want to see something.
Fuzzy. The issue. This is why I disagree with you. It's mostly because of a football issue. Our issue in the game is that we couldn't get out of the initial press because Endo couldn't pass. So what he did is that he started playing right next to Endo, or even taking on the role of Endo to release that press, or to find players, right? To find players for him. Because to me, now he was no longer up front. Now, if Endo was doing a decent job or a good job as he usually do, I think now I'll be on your side. But he was the deep line playmaker.
You can't play one player, bro. You can't play one. You can't blame one player, bro. There's other players.
But it was his fault. It was his fault.
You only understand he's a youth player. He would need time to develop as a player. I've never ever got him. I mean, but Curtis Jones and what he does for the team, guys, like, it's too many years, man. I can't believe you.
I disagree. You're being harsh, my guy.
One at a time, please. There's a static behind your thing now.
Year in and year out, saying the same thing, and you haven't even noticed you're saying the same thing. You know what I mean? We're here every year, talk about the same player, saying about the same thing. He's supposed to step up.
Fuzzy.
Chiesa doesn't even get game time.
But Fuzzy.
Chiesa doesn't even get game time. And look at that running he did throughout the game. That's the difference.
But to me, I'm not talking about game time. I'm talking about what happened in the game.
Get yourself in the game, man. There's times
what happened in the. Allow me for a second. What happened in the game is that we had a player who couldn't pass out of the press. So what the other midfielder did is that I will take that position for you. We'll switch it. So that's why at times you will see they either side to side or you'll see Endo a tiny bit forward diagonally to Jones. And Jones, what we do is that he will pass it to Robo or pass it to Leone. Leone will pass it to Frimpong. But also Frimpong was also having a little bit of a stinker at times. He wasn't maybe not paying attention enough. He was misplacing passes. And so everything was a little bit wonky. The whole team was a little bit wonky. But the thing is, I can't ask him to be. I cannot ask him to be more creative if he's way back there playing a third center back or playing right next to Ender. And I think that it's specifically about that game. It needed to change, and he made the correct change. He needed to support Ender, and that's all it is.
Carl, there's some static coming from your mic, so if you could fix it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, but let me get out my brother Fuzzy, and then Irishman, you could jump in there. Curtis was the best player in the midfield. I don't know these things of we keep doing. Yes, Curtis has come a long way. We always say that he needs to mature, and for me, he has. Remember, when we played Arsenal, he was the best midfielder on the team. When he came in, the game changed. This is the narrative that I say we need to. For me, is lazy because we formulate a narrative and we just wrap it around a player and it sticks. Oh, Trent can play forward, but he can't play defense, which is BS. We knew that a lot of times he was just not trying. It was a lack of effort. It wasn't like that he couldn't play. But bringing it back to yesterday's game, what do you want? What's the name? Curtis to do. He wasn't there to be running like Soboslai. That's not what the manager wanted him to do. The manager's job for Curtis was when you get the ball, hold it so that we could calm the pace of the game down. Southampton came in and they were not scared. They came in and said, we're going to ball out. And we have to give them their respect.
That's a team that's 19th in the championship.
It doesn't matter where they come from. Grisby, is it Grisby, Grisby Town or whatever that name is? They beat Manchester United. It doesn't matter where they come from. But that's the thing. This is where the mentality of football needs to stop. We always assume.
Quasi.
Let me finish real quick, Quasi. It doesn't matter where the club is coming from. This is football. We've seen worse shock than what we saw yesterday. This is football. All football is you come up with the tactics and you get 11 players to follow the tactics. It doesn't matter where they come from. The player was asked to do a specific instructions, and I think he did it fairly well. Endo passes was atrocious, but I felt like defensively he helped out. Gomez, same thing. Kept making some, I don't know what he was thinking, but if you know Gomez all these years, every time Gomez comes back from a hiatus, he does not play well. He needs time to play, and then you see like, oh wow, he can still play. So that's what I'm saying. I went into the game watching the game. It doesn't matter which level those players are. I went in knowing that this team is not. If we say the first team is not gelled yet, then what about these players who have never played with each other all season? Now, the passes, we can criticize them to the end of the world. Come on, brother. Under 10, even the under 10 will give a better pass than this. What are you doing? That one, I get you. You're not going to get an argument with it. But the players was following the instructions, because if they were not following the instructions, the manager would have stopped them. What you should have, the way that Gomez was passing, he should have been stopped. The way that Endo was passing, he should have been stopped. If this was a team that the first squad was with them, those two players would have been stopped. But we can't say because Chiesa was all action, that means he did better than everybody else. I thought Isak came in, he was just there to warm up. The guy is still building his form. 2 chances, one of them is a goal. When was the last time Liverpool ever said that about their strikers since Torres? Suarez is a whole different machine, but since Torres was there, right? Frimpong, I think he did better when he moved him to midfield, which tells me that the manager has him as a possible Salah alternative player. You know, when Salah needs a break, Frimpong is there. Bradley, I think, you know, I've criticized Bradley a lot, but when he came on, I thought that he played very well. He was moving with the ball. He was holding the ball well. He wasn't losing it as much. Kirker is also coming in, played very well. Robo, center back. I kind of liked it, but I don't want to see it in the first squad, right? Ekitite, we'll talk about him. Brother, we don't do that here. Okay? Rio, young, energetic, exciting when you watch him. But I'll end it with this. As the manager said, when Nunes scored a banger, he said, I would have rather him hold the ball and wait till everybody comes in. And then he laid off, just like Chiesa did for Isak and Ekitike. So in all this, I'm saying we need to be careful on how we just criticize players because one player was all action and the other one is doing what the manager says. That's all I'm saying. Irishman, do you have anything to say?
You went all over the place.
Yeah, I was just going in a full circle.
Well, with Jones, like, to me, for Jones, I've been saying Fozzie's talking about saying the same thing every year. This is probably the first time I've changed my opinion slightly on him because I've been wanting to sell him for 2 seasons now. Just didn't really see him ever pushing on to that next level. I just thought he was kind of a Harvey Elliott type of thing. It's like, yeah, you're very, very good. That's why you're at Liverpool. But I don't ever see you breaking into the Liverpool first team. So I would have just kind of moved him on, sold him on. But this year, the way I'm looking at it is like, if we want to play this controlled kind of game, basically, I'd rather have a Jones coming on than an Endo coming on because I think he can do better. But I think Jones basically he's plateaued. That's one of my, like, I'm not a coach. I'm not a tactical expert, anything like that. But when I see a player that 2 years after I first seen him, or 3 years, and it seems like that's basically the same footballer as 3 years ago. He hasn't improved. He hasn't moved on. It's sort of like he's hit his level now, and great little squad player, great little in and out kind of thing. If you need a man to come on and do a job for 15 minutes, keep the ball, like I was saying, just pass it sideways for 15 minutes, 100% pass completion, take this thing out of the game, and we move on. But I don't see him like he's not going to take McAllister's or Szoboszlai's or Wirtz's place in that team. He's nowhere near that level. He doesn't cost us a lot of money. Happy to be here, but that's about it. I mean, he is like, next birthday he'll be 25. And I then question. Some people will say, "Oh, but it's brilliant to have a lad like that that's happy to stay here and do that job." And I'm like, no, that's the opposite. That scares the shit out of me. That guy has no ambition. He has no ambition. He's happy to just be a cog in a wheel.
Exactly,
I want a guy in that position that is happy to do the cog in a wheel bit for 6, 8, 10 months, but he wants to get in that team. He wants to be in that first team. And if after a year and a half it's not working out, he leaves or he moves on. Jones is just kind of sitting there like that piece of furniture in the room that's been there forever. It's just rock solid. It's never going to let anyone down, but it's never going to be the finest piece.
You know what is Irishman? People think like I don't like him. I love him. You know what I mean? He's a Liverpool boy. I want him to do what? That's the whole point. Show me more on the pitch, man. Show like the players that was there yesterday. Like, I want you to take the game by the scruff of the neck and do something. You know what I mean? That's the whole point I'm making here. These are the type of games like where we got injury out of it. That when things are not going right, something bad can happen. And majority of the time we was losing the ball a lot. He could have just like got the ball, get it by the scruff of the neck, run forward, make that pass to Isak. Because sometimes I saw Isak getting frustrated, because he's not getting the ball. You know what I mean? So that's what you got to look at. He's been here for a long time. Like, bro, just do something dynamic. And like Irishman said, the last thing we want is players that are happy to stay at Liverpool. Do you know why Liverpool have waited for 30 years, guys? Irishman, you could attest for me. Because we had too many players like that in our football club who are just happy to be Liverpool players and not contribute a lot. That's why for 30 years, Liverpool haven't been the same club, because we've got too many players like that. That's what I'm trying to get at, guys. And you know me, I come on here, I don't really shout at players. I don't say nothing. Normally, I support the players. But yesterday, like, just said to me, like, how many times will we have to wait here, man? It's insanity. We're just repeating the same thing. You've been here before, Kwasi. You've been here before, Irishman. You've been here. All of you guys have been here before. You've been here before. We've been talking about the same thing again. I know he hasn't been playing. I know he's been injured, all that stuff. But I want to see more. Just be more creative. Be more risk taking. Take shots. Pass the right pass. Do something else. You know what I mean? It's just too much of the same, and I don't want to like our club to be like that. We're at a stage now to be the best team in Europe, in the world, and we're still holding on to players that don't want to be part of that. Come on, man.
Nah, that part there, I have to jump in. What? No.
We got to wake up, man.
No. But Safazi, that way I have to charge. What do you mean he doesn't want to be part of that? He is there. They didn't sell. No. They didn't sell him. They didn't sell. Pause around a second. They didn't sell him because the manager sees him as an important part of his squad.
Is he a first team player, Kwasi?
It doesn't matter. Just like Irishman is saying, you can't put 14 players on the squad. You can't play. You play only 11.
Position, bro. Fight for your position, my guy. That's
my friend. At the end of the day, you can fight all you want.
There's always a place in that team. Just fight for it.
Well, that's why he is. He is in his split. He is the manager. He is the first person to come off the bench when the manager needs him.
What do you see in him, Miro? What?
I see him as he's doing exactly what the manager wants him to do.
Forget about the manager. What do you see?
I see as a kid who's very talented. He is a specific type of player that Liverpool does not have. As a matter of fact, England doesn't have a player like him. The way he plays the ball is different from. Let me finish. You asked a question.
What's his specialties as a player,
and I'm telling you, his specialty as a player is this kid knows how to rotate the ball. People think he holds the ball too long, but that's exactly what you need when the midfield has no control of the game. And for example, Arsenal. The reason why everybody said we were being around in the midfield is because Gravenberch, McAllister, and Wirtz could not hold the ball against Arsenal. He came in, and as soon as he came in, the game changes. When he came in, the game changes in the midfield. We had control of the game. That type of player is not an all-action player.
He did the same yesterday, bro. I wish he did the same, innit?
But he was doing it. That's why the manager kept him in there. That's why Carl was doing it.
To me,
Carl, your mic, man. We need to go find you a new mic, man.
I'm on the street. Yeah, I have to be.
Are you using a earpiece?
Yes, I am.
Maybe take the earpiece off and use. Yeah, use the phone. Yeah. Fazi, go ahead before this gentleman.
No, I'm just asking. Like, listen, you told me about the Arsenal game. Yeah, you could get. Listen, I play football. I've coached. I've coached professional players. You know what I mean? You could have those one game now and again. I just want to see consistency from this guy. You know what I mean? That's all I'm asking for. I'm rooting for him to succeed. That's the whole point of this conversation. I'm not saying to him like, "Yo, shit, get out," kind of thing. Do better. That's all I'm asking for. But you know, it doesn't happen all the time. I just want to see the player doing something like he doesn't normally do sometimes. Take a risk in the game. But if you're only taking the instruction of the manager continuously and it's spoiling your game, then what's the point? Do you think Salah doesn't take a risk? Do you think Isak doesn't take a risk? Do you think Chiesa yesterday didn't take a risk? It happened.
Wait.
That's not the issue, Quasi. Yesterday game, that was not the issue. Yesterday's game, we had. To me, I think that I don't think the manager told him to go right next to Endo and hold his arm, hold his head to facilitate the team to move forward. I think that in this game specifically, you needed to see that we're not moving with Endo as a DM because he was just.
Let me say something, Carl. When things are not going right, the good players always start doing something. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I consider him as a good player. I watched this kid in the youth. I know he could do more in his game. That's what me and Irishman trying to say to you guys. When the game is not going right and passes are going astray, you take the game by the scruff of the neck and you move forward with the ball and do something else.
He did.
That's what we said. He did.
He did, man. Come on,
he
man.
Did. That's why he did. That's the thing that we try to say. He did. You wanted to see him do something because you thought because we play Southampton, he should do more and stand out. He did exactly what the manager wanted him to do.
The same thing every time.
So then why didn't the manager send him?
Quasi, the first 10 minutes were being pepped. And then after around 15, when he started being back, we started having more control of the ball. We started having more control of the ball. Why? Because he got there. He got there to pass the ball.
You still need to go forward. Did you see Isak getting frustrated throughout the game?
Isak wasn't frustrated at him. That's the thing. He wasn't even frustrated. He's a striker. He's always frustrated. Every striker is always frustrated. But that's the agenda. We cannot start with an agenda like that, Fazi. Come on, we know better than that. That's the agenda. He's mad at. Why is he gonna be mad at him?
Not this game, Fazi. Not this game.
No. Irishman, go ahead, man.
You need to watch it back.
Big up to me. Big up to me. People in the chat, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Go subscribe to my brother Fazi's channel. Please do so. Be a member of the channel. Also, Irishman, please subscribe to his channel. Please get us to 1,000, man. We're trying to get to 1,000, man. Let's go. You know, get the likes up. Nee, what are you saying, brother? You were sending messages that you upset. What's wrong with you, man? Why are you holding your head?
I think sometimes, pardon me for my voice. I think sometimes we are too quick. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes we think that when we criticize players, it seems as though we are not supporting them. But that is not
mate. Exactly.
That is not the case. Yesterday, Curtis Jones, for example, it was all right. But I expected more from him. We were controlling the ball, passing the ball sideways. Sideways and backwards. But we were not ambitious enough. There should be some attacking intent and some level of ambition, especially when we are playing a weaker side in Southampton. So I sort of understand. I will not slag him off because the entire performance was not up to Curtis Jones.
Yeah.
Endo, I believe, was terrible. Joe Gomez was terrible. And yesterday on Irishman's channel, I think I vented my frustration there, and it was clear to see Frimpong didn't have a good game. So in as much as we want to not discourage our players, let us also not come across as if low standard is expected at Liverpool. We want to dominate this league for ages or for the foreseeable future. We want to be in the dominant position. We should look at best practices of those teams that dominated. When Alex Ferguson was dominating the league, he was having this hairdryer treatment, throwing things at players and whatnot when they are not playing well. It does not mean that they are not good players to play for Manchester United. What it means is that subpar performances are not acceptable in their team. Pep Guardiola had a juggernaut of a team, built a juggernaut of a team, and he wasn't accepting mediocre performances. You bring a player in, he's not performing well, the next season, he's gone. If we want to dominate this league, we should have that mentality. And it doesn't mean that we hate one player or we do not like another. But all it means is that we have to expect our players to perform at the highest standard possible. I can agree if a player has sat on the bench for a long time and comes in and is not up to scratch in the game about positional awareness, maybe he's not able to play intricate passes. What I will not accept is basic 3-5 yard pass, misplacing it. You don't need to be match fit to play a 5-yard pass. Because I can go and sleep, wake up on a Sunday morning and go on the pitch and play easy 5-yard passes as a non-professional footballer. So let us not, in an attempt to support our players, accept mediocre performances. For me, that is all.
Okay, you made a good point, Nee, but this is the part where it's very funny how people don't understand what football is.
I disagree.
Let me finish.
People hating. I'm not hating on
nobody saying you hate it, but I'm reading what Rose Selassie said, and that's a very fact. Football is about pass and receive. If players are not moving, which even the first squad does, which is very annoying, is they are static. If I have the ball and Carl does not make a good move, I have to keep the ball because the next pass is going astray. You cannot blame Curtis for that. That's exactly what Neil's trying to say. And let me finish. The players are very static. That has come from the first team squad to the second team. And Neil, you said building. Keyword build. Build takes time. Alex Ferguson, people forget that Alex Ferguson, he almost got fired in his 3 years term. Right? So before he could build that juggernaut of a team, it took him time to jail with those kids, the 92 kids, the class of 92, that is. Klopp, same thing. Pep Guardiola, his first season at City, he came in third. That was like one of his worst seasons ever at the time. And then he built that juggernaut that we know of today. We are talking, this is the thing that I was talking to Irishman earlier. I went into the game knowing that these players are rusty. That's why, if you guys remember on my show the last time, I said I will play Isak, I will have Verts in there. I have all these players that need game time to be able to get back into their fitness. What's the name? Vert just made a comment that even Jurgen Klopp called him and said, bro, be cool. These people will give you time. He said, I know what I can do. Right? I know what I can do. He is trying. It's not lack of trying. This thing against Curtis Jones is everybody expected Curtis Jones to be the kid from the academy. It doesn't work like that. We've seen players who came in as a striker end up playing center back.
And they improved some of them. Yeah.
You see what I mean? So, yes, he hasn't got to that level that people saw him at the academy. But people, this is not academy anymore. This is a grown man business.
I totally disagree with that, Quasi. I had never watched him in the championship, so I didn't know what he was, or in the unders, and I would never assume that any player was going to do what he did in senior men's football in the reserves, because it's almost a completely different game.
Thank you. But that's where the criticism.
But I'm saying, John, I'm not saying. Oh, I'm really disappointed in Jones.
He's played a different position. He was a winger.
Yeah, so I'm not saying I'm really disappointed in Jones because he wasn't as good as he was in the championship. I'm just talking about a guy who, to me, again, I'm a simple guy. And another thing I use sometimes is like, okay, right, let's just play an experimental game. If Curtis Jones played for Villa, Brentford, Forest, Brighton, Spurs, and he was on the market for 40 million quid, are we going to buy him?
Hell
buying him?
Hell no.
Liverpool?
Yeah.
No.
No, we're not buying him. Don't matter if he's from don't matter if he was born on the Cop. But you know what I mean? We're not buying
quick question on the same thing, though. Don't you think there's also a reverse effect that why haven't we sell him? I mean, a lot of people wanted to keep Harvey. Why do we sell Harvey?
He's an okay squad player.
What's up?
He's an okay squad player.
He's an okay squad player. He's but if you want to dominate, you can't have okay players in your squad.
Dominate? No, but you still got squad players, right?
So then why are we put up and down if he's a squad player?
Hang on. You gave a prime example about Ferguson's team, right? Didn't they have squad players like Nicky Butt and that stuff?
Okay, so my question is
continued. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get your point. But for domination purposes, like Pep Guardiola City did,
we want to dominate.
Okay, so the player that is coming off the bench, the squad player that's coming off the bench, the gap between him and the person he's substituting for should not be that great. That's why Salah has never had somebody to help him, because you can't find somebody who will give you that comparison.
Bro, there's no player in the Premier League history like Salah. They can't compare anyone with. There's no player in the Premier League history like Salah ever.
True, but if somebody's gonna go on the right side, the person has to give us not the goals. I'm not talking about the goals. I'm talking about the performance.
Yeah, but it's a Salah, isn't it? That's why.
Yeah, but Salah is giving you more than just that. Salah is giving also performance. People forget that he's just goals.
I see your comment there, Russell. Don't worry, I'm coming for you.
So
you're laughing at me. You think you know football? Okay, I'll come for you. Sorry, go ahead.
So Salah's issue is mostly about consistency and availability.
I'll be back.
The guy is always available. He's not injured. He's extremely fit. So it makes it difficult that even if you bring someone closer or even lower in quality, the person has not played much because he's almost always fit and available. He's not injured. He's not tired and all that. So Salah's issue is an exception. However, I understand and I agree with you that when we want a squad player, it does not necessarily have to be at the same standard as the starters. But then again, anytime we bring you in, you are expected to do something, put in a good shift, do something. So that is where the problem is. If these guys are not delivering, we are not saying that Curtis Jones should be a Viet overnight or should be a prime Hazard or someone overnight. But anytime you get a chance to come and play, you need to put in a good shift. And if you are not, and we are not saying that this season, I believe Curtis Jones has played better.
Oh, he did. Yes.
And the reason why we expect more from him in the Southampton game. That's the reason why we expected more from him, because in the bigger games, he played way better than he did in the Southampton game. And I don't think anybody is pinning our poor performance on Curtis Jones.
Fuzzy is.
What? Sorry,
No,
say that again.
Fuzzy is. Fuzzy is blaming the whole thing on it. As a matter of fact, he was very close. As a matter of fact, he was very close to say that Curtis Jones tackled Leone on the sideline.
Yeah, it was actually. He's right. He's right.
I think sometimes when it's not going well, we look at the more established players in the team.
Yeah.
Yes. More experienced players in the team, and then we look up to how they perform. That is why, for me, it was so disappointing for Joe Gomez playing beside Leone to put up such a performance. What do you expect to teach the kid? The kid should be the one making the mistake, and you are mopping it up. That is what we expect. As a the young chap in the midfield, the tall, lanky guy, as he's not playing well, Curtis Jones needs to be playing well. More to compensate for the guys.
What's the name just explained to us that Selassie said when Curtis saw Endo couldn't receive the ball from the back, he took responsibility and went to do Endo's job. That's why Endo started getting into the game more. That's also allowed Trey to come deeper. And I agree with that statement.
Yeah,
that's why Carl and myself, if I can speak for Carl, that's exactly what we were saying.
Yeah, he did it once.
What is the point? What is the point in trying to do Italia's job? It brings everyone deeper and our attack is isolated.
If he does it, what do you think will happen, Ni?
Isak was isolated.
No, but Isak, I'll say Isak. Ni, you said you want him to step up and do the job well. He's taking initiative to make sure that he's the leader in the midfield. Yes. He's taking initiative to make sure that everybody does their job well.
You don't be a leader by doing Endo's job. You become a leader by
no. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. You know why?
You're instructing him to take good positions. You don't do his job. Who does your job for you?
No. See, me. This is why we can't criticize him on one side and say, oh, he's doing. No. He is a leader. Stephen G was one of the great at doing this. He does it by example. He cannot back orders.
He's leading.
No.
You don't see him going all the way to Trent's side.
Bro, how many times was he yelling at Trent?
Thank you very much. Exactly my point.
But that's why we said he was doing.
Endo to position. Don't do his job.
He was. Brother, listen to what Raw is saying. He was doing it. And if Endo was not doing well, he had to go over there and help.
If you want to do Endo's job, read the comment again. You don't need to go and do his job.
He had
that he's doing his job so that you can also do your job well.
We're not playing a team game. This is not a team game. This is an individual game. This is not a team. This is an individual game, man. Now we should only look at you do your job. I do your. You do your job. It is.
Anyway,
what are you saying?
Oh, what are you saying, bro?
What I'm saying is that I saw a player decided, yo, I'm gonna do your job, and then you do this thing. You do this other thing you're good at.
That doesn't mean
it has to be.
Cow. Oh,
I would have loved for Curtis to start. You know what? I would have loved Curtis to start where he was and do nothing for helping. And I wanted to hear what you guys. But can we move on from Curtis? Can we move on?
This is a good comment.
No, because you guys just accept that he needed to do a job. He needed to do another job to help the team.
Leave it alone, man. Leave it alone. It's a good comment.
Let's leave Curtis alone. Isak and Ekitike both scored.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Isak's? This is what I'm going to say. I'm not there for Isak. Like, he made a run. At first, I thought it was real, but he burned the fullback on their right side, on our left side, and I thought it was real. But then later, I was like, wow, Isak got pace. But what I wanted from Isak is exactly what he did: get a chance, take it. That first shot, 42 seconds, that he took. I was like, yes, that's what we've been missing.
He made the goalkeeper work. That's the most important.
I don't know how the goalkeeper got that ball. I think that was one of those luckiest. I don't know how the goalkeeper got it. And then his chance, you see, this is also what I've been talking about. The Chiesa passing the ball. That's what a winger supposed to do.
Yes.
I miss those. No shot to Salah. I'm not taking shot at Salah. Salah sexuals. I'm not taking shot at Salah. But I'm just saying, I like the game to be
coming around with Salah, man. Leave him alone, man.
I'm just saying, I love the game to be played at the simplest level. Like Isak, just like Ali is saying, Isak is way too good. Like Ekitike, you trying and you balling.
Did you see the gap between them?
But you could see the gap between them too.
Ooh.
you could see the gap between Ekitike, and Ekitike will probably end up closing that gap.
Yes.
I think that's what was playing in his mind. That's why he took off his shirt. He's like, "Hey, I'm still the guy. I'm still the
man.
Did you?
Yo, let's not do this again. Let's not do this again because you guys are gonna ruin this dude. A arrogance. To me, the reason that he's that good, and then you saying he will be closer to Isak is because of the arrogance. And I'm very disappointed with the manager. I think he should have played it off and chastise him and the news. Please, men, allow him to be that arrogant. Because if you don't allow him to be that arrogant, you guys gonna lose him. You will lose him, and I've seen it in multiple times. He's not a dickhead. He's allow that to happen.
Let me tell you what you do with those type of players. If you don't bring balance to them, they will go left real quick and upset the rest.
He has balance. He has. Today, we have not seen anything. We have not seen anything.
But that's why
he has no balance.
But
what issue do you have if the guy has to fall in line? What issue do you have?
Exactly.
No. What? This isn't the military. This isn't the military.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
It is.
Bro.
Everybody. There's a pecking order. There's a pecking order.
I'm not with you.
There's a pecking order.
Look.
There's a pecking. One second.
Thierry was the same type of player. The same type of player you guys are talking about.
Right. But Carl, this is these stories that you tell the half-truth.
Conspiracy theories.
This is the half-truths that Carl likes to do. Thierry Henry, yes, he had that confidence.
Swagger.
Yes, he had that swagger. But still, there was Vieira and all the other players in the team that he followed the structure of the team. He listened to the manager, did not cuddle him. When he was wrong, the manager let him know. Arne Slot has to be balanced with everybody else. If he's going to talk to Kirkers and say, we don't do that here, he has to do the same thing with him. He's not taking the fire away from him. He's just saying, when I got the red card, it was stupid. So you getting the red card is also stupid because guess what? We need you for Crystal Palace.
That's a difficult game.
And you are not there. I don't care how confident you are. You got to still think.
Because there's a needless show of bravado.
Exactly. And that's the part where we have to. That's what I'm trying to say, Carl. That the balance have to strike. Because if you let him, if you say no, do whatever you want, then why do we get all those bad players?
That's not what I'm saying. 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 I'm saying, from what I've seen so far, he's smart enough to understand that I messed up. I fucked up.
But still, there should be a structure.
Let me finish. Allow me, please. Allow me to finish, please. He messed up. I fucked up. Now, he can be shy in the locker room,
your
in the
mic,
meeting
man.
room.
Brother, your mic. I told you take that thing off.
Yeah,
I don't have it. I'll have to go because it seems like it's where I am. It's where I am.
Stop running away from those people. Stop running away from those people, Carl. Before it was you blanking your face.
I'm a fugitive. So allow it, Medjum. So what I'm saying is that it should have been something handled in-house, not externally. The manager should have been like, man, I guess you wanted a day off on Saturday. And then that should have been it. And that should have been it. Now this morning and last night, it became a whole story.
What stories are you reading? What stories are you reading?
To me, in my feed, it's all a story. It's all a story on Talk Sport.
Yeah, the manager
you had Simon Jordan. Simon Jordan, who's the
sport is for children.
Thank you.
Man.
But again, it's a story. It's a story, an unnecessary story.
Of course, that's what the English media does.
All of us can see in his eyes once that happened is that, yo, I mess up. I fucked up. We all can see that. So there's no real reason apart from internally say you fucked up. Don't do that.
Let me ask you a question. One quick question. Which Liverpool official came out after yesterday beside the manager who I've talked about is beside the fans?
I'm mostly talking about the manager. I didn't bring any other official.
Okay, the manager was asked a question. So let me tell you what the manager did. The same thing.
He should have made fun of it.
No, he
should have
doesn't.
made fun
He
of
did.
it.
He did. That's it. See,
He
you
should've-
didn't pit.
No,
That's
he
exactly.
really didn't.
Listen, Carl. He was asked, "What do you think?" He told him that was stupid. Actually, he didn't say it. He said, "What did I say when I got the red card?" And the commentator was like, "You said it was this." It's exactly. I feel the same way.
I agree with you. Yeah.
That's it. He let it go. He wasn't going around.
No,
Wait.
He played it wrong. He played it wrong. Go
He
ahead.
didn't do it wrong. He didn't do it wrong because if Ekitike, listen, Carl, if Ekitike feels like they don't love me here because of this, then he was never a Liverpool player in the first place.
Get out. Yeah.
Then get out.
To me, this isn't about love. To me, this isn't about love. To me, this is strictly about him. This is strictly about
He
him.
has to learn. How old is he?
I'm saying is that he has to learn what you start teaching someone after they make multiple mistakes.
Once you
talk to them. The first time you talk to them, the second time you chastise them.
Let me talk.
Especially when he doesn't have a record of being a bad player, either with us or at any other club. He doesn't have that track record. So
let somebody speak. Carl, let somebody speak.
Go ahead.
Me, go.
So, Carl, Ekitike played a game of 45 minutes, and he made it.
He didn't complete 45 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm joking. Go.
Yeah, I mean one half.
Yeah,
he makes 2 stupid mistakes, and then take yellow card for each. Gets sent off. In the same game, when he took his shirt off, a senior player. So let's just say it was Van Dijk who was a captain. If Van Dijk had walked up to him and told him like, "Hey, we don't do that here. You don't have to." You, Carl, yesterday on Irishman's channel said Ekitike gave him a certain look. Translating it as, "Guy, let me do my thing." What culture do you think?
That's not what I'm saying.
No,
that's not what I'm saying.
Let me finish. Yesterday, you said he gave me a look that was presupposing that, "Guy, let me do my thing." When Frimpong was trying to draw his attention at the dude, you are in a yellow card and you don't do that. And you are saying that because the guy is in his moment and element, we should let that slide. He was in the game when Kekes took the yellow card and the coach hooked him off. How many chances should he get to learn? And if he does that, yes, he has already committed the offense. But don't come and tell me that the coach shouldn't have, addressed it in public. When he did Kekes in public, his own in public. Last year, Szoboszlai, he told Szoboszlai that for his number 10, he expects more from him in terms of goals and assists, and running around isn't enough. Did that kill Szoboszlai's vim or his spirit? If these kind of comments will dampen a player's spirit, then he has no business playing at the top. He should be able to take it on the chin, make the necessary adjustments, and then we'll move on. I don't think this should even be a problem at all. The coach saying that what he did was stupid. I mean, if you and I, Carl, we agree that it was stupid, what problem do you have if the coach says it's stupid?
No, my problem with the coach is that we all can see it's stupid. He doesn't need to verbalize it to the media. It's stupid. To me, internally,
you're telling me you want
I'll allow you men. I'm
trying to get a better understanding. Do you want the manager to be fake?
No, I'm saying the manager can say the same thing without actually saying those words. The words that he said, stupid and needless. I'm saying he could have said, "Hey, I guess Ekitike wanted to have Saturday off." I have to talk to him.
Again, Carl.
That's not what he said. He said it's stupid and needless.
And what's wrong with that? And what's wrong with that?
Carl, you just
what's wrong with that is unnecessarily putting a target around your player that you know probably after talking to him that he made a stupid mistake.
Okay, but everybody knows he made a stupid mistake.
That'll be my last point. If you guys can hear it or not, and I'll have to go but the thing is,
get a new mic before you start talking about Annie Slot.
Maybe I'll do that. But man, please, if we want big time players, this kind of stuff will happen all the time because they're very egotistical and very self-centered. So please,
Carl, before you leave, Liverpool has a policy. It's called no dickhead policy.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna have to love dickheads now.
No, we don't do that here.
It's a new era. It's a new era.
It's been 10
It's a new
errors.
era.
It's been 10 errors.
You want trophies? You want trophies? You're gonna have to accept some dickhead.
We won trophies
for the team.
Carl, what trophy did we win last year?
We won.
We won the Premier League.
Okay, who was the big bad wolf on the team? Yes, last year.
Nobody.
Okay, so we don't do that here. If you want to do it, go to Atletico Madrid and all the other clubs. We don't do that here.
Do you want to have a quadruple? Do you want to have a triple?
I'm not going to sell my soul and have a situation like
We're
Suarez
not
did to
selling our
Liverpool.
soul. To me, again, you miss again. You guys are going over the point.
No, you're missing the point. You are not listening.
No, give me
You are not
a second.
Okay, go ahead.
What I'm saying is that we're gonna need some people who will not conform to every single standard we have. As long as they play for the team, that should be the consistency.
How did Balotelli do? How did Balotelli do at Liverpool? How did Balotelli do at Liverpool?
Yeah, but Balotelli was not playing for the team. He never actually played for the team.
So that's not the players you want.
Ekitike plays for the team. He's just a little bit self-centered at times, especially after he scores. So we're gonna have to accept those type of players.
Who
love the adulation after.
Yeah, you are on your own right now. You are exactly now. I know why you support Manchester United. No, I know why you support Manchester United because that's what did Manchester in. That's what did Manchester in. Now I know why you support Manchester United. Big up yourself.
That's why. Well, that's why Manchester got 13 trophies, Premier League trophies, and
you just talk about the hair dryer. What's the name? He just told you about the hair dryer policy. Who was doing that at Manchester United? What did Alex Ferguson do to? What did Alex Ferguson do to all those players who thought they were bigger than the club?
I thought they were joking about Man United. You're actually Man United fan.
No, yeah, I'm joking.
No, we know you like Manchester United. We need to exercise.
No, I don't. At my house, I use a mat. I use a mat and then cement. I swap my feet every single day before going home on a Manchester United map because a friend gave it to me as a joke long time ago, and every single day I wipe my feet on it. So that's what I think of Man United. So no, I'm not.
Let Irishman say something. Let Irishman say.
No, okay, okay. Goodbye, man.
Yourself, Carl. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I wish you a great day. Stride, like, and comment, people.
We'll see you on Friday.
For sure.
Go ahead, Irishman.
Oh, Carl.
Oh yeah, where to start? I mean, Carl was at this shit last night. First of all,
I hope his mic was not as bad as
I like the way that. Where do you start?
Yeah. First of all, I mean, okay, so the big bad Mr. Arrogant. Now there's a big difference between arrogance and confidence. You tell me Isak isn't arrogant. You tell me a lot. That's complete insanity to say that we all of a sudden, if Liverpool want to start winning trophies, I'm pretty sure we've won a few in the past. I have to look it up, but I think we've won some trophies in the past. We've won just as many league titles as Manchester United have.
No dickheads,
but what Carl is talking about is how he would manage. He's talking about how he would personally manage, or how
he thinks what's the name?
Managed. Yeah, but he's just talking about how he would like to be managed, or how he would manage as a person. There's hundreds of different types of managers out there. They do things differently, and they do what they think gets results. So Carl has just said he would not like, as a manager, to call out a player, or he would not like to be called out. That's fine, but that's not going to be for everybody. He's assuming everybody has the same reaction to be called out. He's assuming that, because we all know there's a kick up the arse player and there's the arm around the shoulder player. There's that player that if you call him out in the media, he's going to react badly and go into a shell, and it's going to destroy his confidence. So you have a quiet word with him. But then this big bad Mr. Arrogant that we have to get used to, according to Carl, can't take some criticism in public.
Then
if he can't take a public dressing down, and by the way, the manager did not say it was stupid and needless. He was reporting.
The commentator said it.
Said, would you say that was stupid and needless? And he said, I repeat back, I believe, it was stupid and it was needless. I agree with you, and that's how you have to know how to manage a player. Arne Slot is not your keep it sweet, keep it behind the cameras. I don't want that either. Yeah. He's going to come out and tell the truth. You were asked, Quasi, would you expect him to lie? Would you expect him to lie? No, he's come out and said, And he made a point of it. It's like, I'm going to dress you down in public. And if you can't take that, Mr. Big Bad, holding your shirt up to the crowd because you're the main man, if you can't take a bit of public criticism, then where's all this supposed arrogance?
Then you can make
Do
it.
your job.
Yeah.
Stick the ball in the back of the net.
What Carl doesn't understand.
Sorry, Fozzie, can I just say one final thing to just completely debunk what Carl was saying?
Yeah.
If Ekitike, who clearly didn't, if Ekitike had known he was on a yellow or was going to get sent off for doing that, he wouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
he would have done something differently. So that just breaks away from the idea that you have to get used to players like him doing things like that. No, you absolutely do not. You do not. Because remember, I was looking, because I didn't clock it straight away either. And the first thing I saw was Frimpong running up to him with this kind of, what the hell are you doing look on his face. And Ekitike is kind of, and Frimpong was like, no, dude, what are you up to?
Exactly.
I thought he was getting onto him for holding up the shirt thing.
No.
But if Frimpong was like, dude, you're going to get sent off. And he was like, what? No. He's like, no, dude, you're going to get sent off. He didn't know. So that's got nothing to do with having this arrogance inside him, and you need to get used to that. We bought him for what he is. Just do your thing.
We're not that club, Irishman. We're not that club anymore. We used to be that club that used to cope with players with arrogance and all that. What did that get us? What championships did that get us? Nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, so we don't want to be going back to that. Not only that, guys, what you need to understand, if you got arrogant players like that, it infects the whole squad. Other players will behave the same. Then you're going to go off the rails. Then your club is not going to be as strong as it used to be. Look at Man United. That's arrogance, you know what I mean? They get paid more than Liverpool players, Man United, up there. And look, they don't even give them trophies or anything like that. They struggle in the bottom half all the time, majority of the time. So we've got a system in our football club, which is, you go by the football club's way. If you don't go by that, that's why they always, when they buy players, they don't just look at the footballer, they look at off the pitch what the player does as well. So this is how we buy players. Your attitude off the pitch has to match, something we do on the pitch as well. So this is what he needs to understand. You have to nip it in the bud now, and having arrogant players can disrupt your football club in the long term. You don't need that. The reason we didn't win for 30 years because we had too many arrogant players that loved to be a Liverpool player instead of like winning championship for the football club. John Barnes said that, and I said this to you guys before. What he said was, I went from playing with players that want to win league titles to players that's happy to be at Liverpool because they got the CV of Liverpool. Because after football, they will have a life independent tree and all that stuff. You see Phil Babbs, you see Neil Ruddock, you see John, all these people that you see all around McAteers. You see them all around the media because they got that CV of Liverpool. That's all they wanted. So we got to be careful here. We've got a target to reach here, which is dominant. So let's go after that instead of like worrying about players that's going to be arrogant and all this stuff. I mean, nip it in the bud now. Let it go. What's happened has happened. The only bad thing that's come out of this is obviously Ekitike not playing obviously over the weekend and Leone. So let's hope him a speedy recovery.
Yeah, and Nee, before you go on, this is the thing, and I made a tweet on my thing about leadership. This is something. Oh. Who's that?
Yeah, he's a must. He's a must. Now we need 2 center backs.
Yeah, he is a must. Generally, big up, Quincy. Big up yourself, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. I think that will. I don't want to get hold on the center back. I want us to focus the players that we have. Let the people at the top deal with it. And if February 1st comes in and they haven't had a replacement, because right now we don't know how severe the injury is. It could be just a strain. It could be
torn, that's what
I'm saying. But sudden torn, it could be
ACL.
It's ACL, so it could be, and the ACL could be a lot of things, right? I mean, Madueke has done ACL. They're talking about 2 months. So what happened if he also has a 2-month layoff? That's great news for us. You see what I mean? So that's why I don't want to talk too much about what the scouting team, the manager, the back office needs to do.
What Gomez is doing.
No, I know. Hey, we got what's the name? Remember, we got Gravenberg too. So, but this is what I wanted to say, right? This is what I wanted to say. The Frimpong did right there, I think, trumps even his performance on the field. When he didn't go there to celebrate with him, he went there showing leadership. Everybody sees him as a goofy guy on the videos and on the pictures. He's always getting beat up. But then when he went there, he went and said, "Brother, what the hell are you doing?" And that is what we want.
Put it back on. Maybe he hasn't seen it.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Did he turn his back on the referee when he gave him the first yellow card, or
No,
what was
it.
He saw it.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing, Quasi. That's the thing. Like I said it last week about Kirkes. If you're putting in the game of your life, we're under a lot of pressure. You're up against a tricky winger, or you're up against you can get two yellow cards in a game. Because a mistimed tackle here, a tricky winger can do you up and bang, you're on a yellow because you just touched him at the wrong time. That can happen. But getting a yellow card for diving and then so the one it's the first one. The first one was so stupid.
Oh my God.
The first yellow card was just completely and utterly needless, punching the ball away. And that's the one that puts you in the position where, if he was on no yellows, he could have done the whole take his shirt thing off.
Yeah.
Take the yellow card, have his big moment, and move on. But because he was so freaking stupid the first time and petulant in punching the ball away, you've now put yourself in that position.
That's the part where Carl is just focusing on the celebration and the card, but he's not focusing on the celebration. That one is okay.
Sent off.
Yeah.
It wasn't a red card for taking his top off. It was a yellow.
It was a yellow.
Because he's already on a yellow.
Exactly.
Because he was even stupider.
That's exactly what we say. He did something stupid. It's not the taking off your shirt. As a matter of fact, when he took it off, I was thinking, okay, what are the rules? Oh, there's nothing. He has a shirt under. There's nothing written under the shirt. So I was going through the rules. I was like, he's going to get a red card. But Carl, and if you are listening, this is what we're trying to say. The yellow card for taking off your shirt is not what people are frustrated about. It's the first one that he did. If you are a superstar, you don't show frustration. And he did. And he got a stupid yellow card at Anfield. So the manager is looking at it like, why, you want the manager to pat you in the back because you got a red card when I need you for the next game? There was a manager at Liverpool who did this. Brendan Rodgers, same thing. They said, oh, why didn't you talk to your player? I said, why am I talking to the player when he knows we have a game and I need him for the next game? Isak, I mean, if Kitike wants to show people like, hey, I know that your big bad will score, but I also did. Brother, we need you for the next game for you to do the same thing.
It's Southampton in the cup. It's not the bloody champions.
That's what I'm saying. Right. And discipline. If you don't have discipline in the squad, it becomes Manchester United. That's why 10 years they are in the rut. They have so much discipline, and when that disciplinary left, the fan base crumbled, the team crumbled, the front office crumbled. And people were like, oh, you need one of these. But yeah, it's okay to have one one player that gets everybody on edge. It's good. It's good for the balance of the team. But you have to use your head. Do you guys think that Szoboszlai is on a hard head? That was one of the criticism that was coming from Germany when he came to Liverpool. But he has learned. He knows when to be and when not to be. Salah, people think he's a nice guy. Oh, no. You can't be that good and not be an assassin. Salah is a psychopath. You don't score that many goals and don't have a psychopathic mentality. Same thing with Messi. Same thing with Ronaldo. They all show it different. They're not going to do something stupid. And the manager was right to say what he said. He said, even the manager took responsibility. And when I got a red card, I said it was stupid. It was needless. That's what he was saying in that thing. He didn't go out there and say, Ekitike was stupid. Ekitike was no, he said, what I did was stupid and this. And I think it's the same thing as this one. And I know Ekitike is going to learn.
Well, now, like, Ekitike could be in a place like Isak is going to start going off now. You know what I mean? He's going to get the goal. And then
you see what he did?
You have to wait now. You know what I mean? You're going to be in a waiting position because of your stupidity. There you go.
You guys, what was Rio's celebration at Newcastle? What did he do?
He just ran to the fence.
To the fans, isn't it? Not to the fans. There was no fans there. There's other side, but he celebrated.
He celebrated.
He lost control, didn't he? Yeah, he couldn't believe that he scored a beautiful goal like that.
Exactly.
But what about the dig? The real dig was in the quote last night. Do you remember when Slot came out and he said, maybe when I was a player, he said, I scored a couple of goals, not many, but if I danced past three people and stuck it in the top corner, then yeah, I might celebrate. But if I'd scored that goal, I would have been looking to Chiesa, not looking to myself. That was a proper dig. I mean, and I like it. I know it's not for everyone.
You're a team player. You're right, Irish.
I like the communication.
Exactly. That's where the lesson is. That is where the lesson is. Exactly.
Yeah. So
You
with
know
them,
what? I just don't agree. Sorry, because I just
yeah.
I know Carl was saying if Slot had come out last night and tried to do that jokey after maybe he wanted a weekend off,
It would have
I
been
would have been
worse.
true for sure. I'd be like, don't even come at me with that nonsense,
Yeah.
Arne Slot.
Because
Don't
guess what
come
happened, Irishman? Guess what happened when he
Read the
does
room.
that? He does that funny stuff. Oh, play it off, and then he does it again. Then the people are like, "Oh, you have a behavior problem." Now you have gotten a bigger problem. That he said, wait till he keeps doing it before you tell him. Who does that?
No. Nip it in the bud early,
Nip
man.
it in
That
the
ain't going to
bud.
play with me. That
Thank
ain't going
you.
to play over here.
Thank you. We don't do that. He did it with Kirkers twice.
Yeah.
Right? And then
Did it
who
with
was
Kwanzaa. Took
he did it,
Kwanzaa off
brother,
at half time.
for the whole season.
It's amazing, isn't it? Like you just said, Kirkes, guys. Like since he did that to Kirkes, have you guys seen Kirkes change as a
He's
player?
getting better and better and better every game. Look at even yesterday. That's why I say I gave him props. When he came on, you'll be like, whoa, that's a big difference here.
There you go.
You
Sometimes
know,
you got to take that, man.
you got to take that. You can't be like, oh, I'm a superstar, so let me do whatever I want. Yeah, you're going to be a superstar. And then 10 years from now, you sitting there and be like, oh, I haven't won anything.
Yeah.
Only weak mind.
Yeah, go ahead, Irishman.
Can I ask you on the panel? Do you think there's a misconception or a simplification over what makes a good man manager in football? In terms of like a good man manager just keeps everyone happy, keeps it all sweet, keeps it behind closed doors, all that stuff. You know, is there a misconception that that's a good man manager?
Yes,
like to me, a good man manager is someone who, even if it means hanging a player out to dry in a press conference, is a man manager who gets the best out of his players.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
Look at the greatest managers like Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, Alex.
See, this is the thing, Fuzzy.
All these guys have the ruthless side, man.
This is the thing. Everybody thinks that Mourinho is the best man manager of all time. He was at one point, and then when he lost it, he started doing some very fishy things with his man management.
Yeah.
That you have to know. So this is the thing about coaching. You have a squad. Each individual in the squad is different. You have to treat each individual different, but at the same time treat them as the same. You have to do heat check.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. You do heat check. Hey, Irishman, how you doing? Okay, I didn't like what you did the other day. Cool. In front of everybody, I'm berating Irishman. But guess what? He knows it's coming from where? A place where he's like, okay, he already talked to me in the back. But in front of everybody, he has to make sure that the course is good. Because if you don't, then players I'd be like, So when it comes to Mandem, you don't say anything. But when it comes to us, you berating us. That is a fun line to strike. Alex Ferguson didn't care who you are. He will ship you out. He will ship you out before you become the biggest player on the club.
Beckham, before he left, he
did it to Beckham. Did it to
his head, didn't it? Yeah. Tell him go.
You see what I'm saying? That the thing of this thing of you need a bad boy. You don't.
You don't, and the shops player, man. You don't.
And I'll tell you, all these bad boys. Ibrahimovic should have been winning a lot of things, but he didn't want to conform in many places, and he didn't win the biggest thing of all.
Just moving around, yeah.
He's just walking around.
Yes, moving him around.
And I promise you, if you sit him down, if you sit him down, he's gonna tell you, I regret certain things I did. He will probably not do it because he wants to keep that whole bravado still going. I'm Ibra, But if you sit him down one-on-one off the record, he'll probably tell you, a couple of teams, I should have just sit back and just allow it. Henry went to Barcelona and became a fourth option. Yeah. Henry, that I believe is better at his pump, is better than Mbappe at his pump, went to Barcelona and said, I'm falling back a young Lionel Messi. And there was Eto'o and Ronaldinho ahead of him.
You know that famous story, Quasi? Sorry to interrupt, but I just think it's interesting. Henry tells a really famous story about when he wanted to play under Pep Guardiola. He said, this guy is nuts, right? You wouldn't be. I thought he was this. And then I get to Barcelona and I realized. Now, Henry's a little bit later on in his career, maybe getting close to the kind of 30-odd. He wasn't like 26. He wasn't prime Henry. But he went to Barcelona and he said, look, some players, they can't take it. They can't take Pep because when he says something, he means it. When he wants you to be somewhere. Yeah. He said, I was playing in a game, it was a Champions League game, and he had told Henry to stay
where
left,
you are.
Right?
Don't go anywhere.
And Henry got the ball on the left, cut into the box, went past a couple of players, nearly scored a goal. And Pep took him off at halftime. And he's like, what's going on, boss? And he said, I told you to stay out wide. What are you doing going in there? That was it. And Henry said, I loved that. Now, a lot of players would have been like, geez, couldn't under. He said, no, I loved it. I was like, cool, great. I get it now. I get it with this guy.
Yeah.
You know, so that's an ego. That's about sacrificing yourself to the team and what the manager wants you to do.
Irishman, let me even tell you even the story more. He did actually score, and everybody was celebrating. And he called him and said, he scored. He said, come here. He said, what? What are you doing? He said, boss, I just scored. I told you stay right here until you get to the final third. Then you could do whatever you want. What are you doing? Henry was like, this guy is crazy. That is like, okay, from now on, Gaffer, whatever you want, that's what I do. And guess what? They won everything under the sun.
There you go. It's all about winning, man. That's what he says to you there. It's all about the winning. It's not all about, keeping one player happy. It's the whole team, man. That you have to be there for each other. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah, I mean, the greatest. Can you imagine people? There were managers who were managing Leo Messi, Ronaldo. Let me go far back. Ronaldo. Diego Maradona had to listen to somebody, people. And we know how this guy used to do. So that's why, last time I think Irishman was on your channel. I think it was me and Nilante or somebody was debating Pogba. And everybody's, they went too hard up. I'm like, no. You are nothing special. There's nothing special about you. You are a great player, world-class talent. But brother, do you know the players who have come before you and the sacrifice they had to do? That's why I always give praise to Leo Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, even though my GOAT is Diego Maradona. 10 years of consistency, man, is no joke. They sacrifice everything that they could have probably loved so that they can not cheat the game. And that's why, my segue is the Ballon d'Or. Dembele, thank you. That is a redemption arc. Dembele was going through the same path that going nowhere until Enrique showed up and said, brother, you guys know he won the Ballon d'Or just from January?
Thank you for bringing this issue. A lot of people said, when he was in Barcelona, it was injury. His lifestyle
was a lifestyle problem.
His lifestyle was bad, and that was causing him the injuries. And people think that he was just injury prone. But when he decided to change his lifestyle, he came to PSG. They made him a leader. He had to modify his lifestyle, and then look at the results. Let us not pretend as if these accolades come from nowhere.
Thank you.
Start from somewhere and be consistent. There is a carrot and a stick for a reason. And a good manager should be able to know when to apply the carrot or the stick. Let's not think that all those who do the lovey-dovey guys, they are the good managers. Yeah, on face value, they might be good managers to you, but they will not win anything.
Yeah.
Because there's this saying that the good guys or the nice guys always get hurt in the end.
The players will fall over you, isn't it? Yeah, the players will fall over you. Yeah, that's what they do.
No, I'm very pleased for, because it teaches the youth. If you see, a lot of players cheat the game.
And go put your head down. That's what you
put your head down. And putting your head down doesn't mean you conform it. No, it's saying you actually not cheating the game. See, where does fans don't understand that? We have a lot of players here who have cheated the game, and they need to be called front.
There's one at Madrid now, isn't it? Who was at PSG?
You see what I'm saying?
As soon as he left
PSG got better. Let Carl know that the same United that he's mentioning under Roy Keane, Ekitike dares not put up his view.
Exactly.
I trust you that Roy Keane will beat him up in the dressing room.
Right in front of him. You see what I mean? That's the thing. People think that, no. That's why I said it's a military, because there is hierarchy in every organization that you are in. If there's no hierarchy or regiment, it becomes Manchester United. And Manchester United is the perfect example you can use. When they have the perfect hierarchy there, which was Alex Ferguson, everybody fell in place. And if you felt like you're bigger than him or the club, bye-bye. Go wherever you want. You could be the world's greatest person, but it's not going to be here. We just going to keep winning. You go do what you do over there. And at the end of the day, as much as Beckham loves being with the Galacticos, who does he give more props? Which club does he give more props to? United.
I love the way when Dembele came back to the, I don't know if it was a training ground recently, and then he saw Enrique was like, he's running towards him, like, congratulating him and all that stuff. It's called, what do you call it? Is it redemption? What do you call that? Like when a footballer changes his ways and thinks about one thing now instead of like the outside life interfering with his football. There you go, man. Everybody, listen. If you told me 5-6 years ago about Dembele, I said, nah, keep away from this guy, man. Nah. Now I see a different player on the pitch, a leader on the pitch, a player that's taking responsibilities, everything. Like he deserves that. He deserves.
You know who else also did the same thing?
Yeah,
Benzema.
Yeah, but
Benzema.
He was off the rails as well.
He's off the rails.
Yeah, I think he had some issues, didn't it? Was one of these.
So that's why he did.
Putting it lightly. That's putting it lightly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. He did some really.
Let me ask you guys a question though.
Yeah.
Was the top 5 right?
Nah.
I'm berserk about it, man.
From two to two. Virgil, personally, I thought Virgil was better than Salah the whole season. He was the most consistent player we had the whole season. That's me. And he's at 28.
I'll go on a rant, so I just decided not to. This award,
and he was at 28. Virgil last year was the best.
Ahead of him. Rice was ahead of him. Declan Rice.
Award is losing its credibility, man.
He's 1-0.
Virgil was the best center back in the world. The least he can be is top 10.
Exactly.
How does Yamal come ahead of Salah?
Please explain that to me.
Didn't they both have the same accolades? Just the league.
Salah scored more in it, and
Salah scored more,
way more
assists as well, and that stuff.
That popularity contest, I thought they had stopped it when Messi and Ronaldo moved. It's still there.
Still going.
It hasn't had any credibility for I know a lot,
over 10 years.
Every year, everyone gets bent out of shape when it comes out. I get it, and I get it because especially the older fans, it's like because they forget about it and they look at it. It used to be a real award. I mean, now it's again. To me, the caveat is that it's an individual award in a team sport. So
which
even
makes no sense
to me. It kind of like it's a nice thing to have and all that. Like, some people in my family, like you mentioned, I don't much obviously nowhere near that, but there's plenty of player of the year or young basketball player of the year awards. There's in my house, my sister, my brother won player of the year awards at their football club and all that, but they have the trophies or what they're just kind of tucked away at the backs. Oh yeah, that was that one. Yeah, it's nice, but it's still just an individual award in a team sport.
You just made a great point there. Individual award. Who had the most impressive individual season?
That's what they should call it.
There you go.
That's not even why they do it. Now they bring into off the field stuff.
What you need to understand as well, Irishman, before you go on, please. Salah has not only had the best individual season, he won it with a team that's not supposed to win it as well. We wasn't favorites. Some people wasn't even putting us in the top 5, and he did the impossible. And people are still not looking at him, recognizing him as a footballer, what he's done last season.
Broke a GA record.
It's a joke, man. This award, they need to bun it, man.
It's basically, Fozzie, it looks like if you don't win the Champions League or maybe a World Cup, you're not winning it.
You're not going to win it.
You could be anybody. If you don't win, it seems to be the team that wins the Champions League gets weighted.
But he's won the Champions League before, Irishman, and the Premier League.
No, I mean, but the previous year. But if you're just basing it, even like I would have said to me, if they're just going to go down to the best player at PSG because they won the Champions League, Dembele was awesome, but I would have said João Neves was just as impressive. Nuno Mendes was just as impressive. I didn't think it was a vintage year though.
Yeah, there wasn't one singular standout player.
I don't think it was a vintage year at all.
But now the thing is, I agree with Grace Can too. It said after number 2, you lost me. Between 2 to 30 or 2 to whatever, like I said, Virgil should have been top 10. Salah should be 28.
McTominay was 19. McTominay was 19, and Virgil's 28.
What is Palmer doing in top 10?
That makes no sense.
They won the Club World Cup.
And he played only one good half on that game.
So what? World Cup gets you an award, yeah? But
That's exactly. That's the whole Fozzie. That's how ridiculous this thing is.
Yeah, but
That's
the thing
what
is,
I don't.
Irishman, what I'm trying to say is he's won the World Cup. He's won the Champions League. He's won the Premier League before. He's never never won it. Why is he still not like at least being like talked about? That's what I don't understand. If you're basing it on Champions League, even when we won the Champions League, he's never won it.
But Fozzie, I don't know. You know the Eurovision Song Contest, right?
Oh no, yeah, no.
You know the Eurovision Song Contest. That used to be kind of like more or less not they'd vote for the best song, what they thought was the best song.
It was
and then like over the last 10 years. Yeah, and then over like the last 10 years, the last 20 years, it started becoming this whole what they call block voting, especially when the Soviet countries broke up. Yeah. So they just started voting for their neighbors. It didn't matter whether it was the best song, whether it was the best, and then they would never give a vote to, say, England or Germany or Russia or whatever.
On purpose,
and it's, so it just became about, because now it's all journalists to vote for it. It just becomes about people voting from people from there. And now I think it's probably to the fact that something to do with maybe the fact he's a North African. So he can't, they don't really weight the African Cup of Nations or anything like that.
Thank you.
He plays for Liverpool. He plays in England. They don't really rate English football as highly. And we saw it like the year, I mean, Michael Owen, man. We're talking nearly 30 years.
Yeah,
30 years.
No Champions League, nothing like that when he won that. I think it was the UEFA Cup and that, wasn't it? The treble or something they called it.
Yeah, off the back of the treble.
Yeah.
But see, this is the thing though, Irishman. They gave it to George Weah because that guy was
he was the first outside European player ever to win it.
Yeah,
he's still the only African.
And still the only African to ever
still the only African ever to win it.
No, what I'm saying, like,
well, they give to you
I don't know if you guys know about the Ballon d'Or. I don't know if you know the history of the Ballon. The history of Ballon d'Or was before George Weah, it was just European players that could win it. Outside that, you can win it. Maradona hasn't won it. Pele hasn't won it.
Yeah,
I mean all that stuff. But
they were excluded.
They used to have the FIFA. They used to have the FIFA 11. Yeah. But then later on, they just combine it and just call it Ballon d'Or. Yeah. But they need to stop because, and I was listening to Talk Shop, and why is it that Cannavaro is the only center back that has won in over 20-something years?
Yeah.
So the game is all about only if you score goals.
I saw it Beckenbauer won it. Did he? He's a center back.
Yeah, there's only been 3 center backs who won. Cannavaro was the last one. You see what I mean? Yeah. The year that they stole it from Virgil.
Oh yeah, that was a theft, man. Just like the Lewandowski year as well.
And they stole it from Lewandowski because they just want to do the popularity context to. And I blame FIFA. Because FIFA for a long time, Diego Maradona has been a thorn on their behind, and they wanted to erase his history so bad. Do you guys, even though I love Messi, at one point they were building trophies just so that he could win a trophy for Argentina, so that they could wipe out Maradona's history.
Wow.
They were coming up with trophies in South America. Remember at one point he quit because he could not win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this, they need to stop this because the center back. So he's saying that defense does not, even right now, defense is harder than playing attack, and I'll stand on it because right now you can't tackle like you used to tackle back in the day. You can't play like you used to play like that. These days, these defenders literally has to change the way they defend. And it's harder now because every little thing is a foul.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And yes, I'm also saying that the game did not protect certain players like Ronaldo, players ahead of me. Maradona was running hurdles in football because the tackles that was coming in was so dangerous.
Oh, he broke his leg, didn't he? One of them.
Yeah, the guy went to a World Cup with 2 different size shoes.
Completely broke his leg.
Watch the England game. You know, Quasi, they always talk about that England game. Hand of God and all that. Greatest goal ever scored, even though he scored goals close to that, especially even the same World Cup against Belgium. He scored incredible goals.
Yeah, 6 players around him.
Almost as good as the England goal. But if you actually watch, I know no one's going to do this, but if you were to actually watch that Argentina versus England game, and you see some of the tackles that those England lads put in on Maradona. Oh my God.
If you do that,
they should have had 7 players on the pitch by the time he scored.
Kenny
Like, and that is
Sanderson,
different. There's a reason he was built like a tank.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? But there's some of the challenges that went on in there. They're straight red cards today, and
They
they're
go
getting a
for
bit of a
red,
finger
yeah.
wag
That's
from
what
the
we want,
referee
yeah.
now.
Yeah, don't do that again, brother. The
Yeah,
guy
the ref
just
is, oh, enough of that now. He nearly threw. He sent him 3 feet up into the air with a slide tackle, and he's like, "Hey, now any more of that, and you're on a yellow card." Just straight reds today.
do it again. He's like, yeah, do it again, and you get a red card. Oh, you get a yellow card.
Crazy.
Yeah. But before we get out of here, there was a comment. Apparently, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge said that they are not they're feeling very hurt about the VYBEZ situation, and they feel like if he had stayed at Bayern, he would have played, he would stayed in Germany basically. He would have
Get
been
out
better.
of here. They're so salty, man. Get out
But
of
then
here.
my boy Bayern Space came in with the haymaker. He said Florian Wirtz does not regret for a single moment staying away from Bayern. A club rotten in a rusty training ground that still breathes the stale air of the 90s.
Wow.
That is insult and a half, mate.
Bro. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure this is a narrative that people wanted to start. Be like, oh, if he was at Bayern, he would have played better than being at Liverpool. Nah, the brother say, I love it here.
Give it that hand, man, when you say, yeah, get out of here.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because he's in that Farmers League. Yeah, of course he would look better at Bayern. Because they're up against Freiburg and people like that.
He's going to be the second best to Musiala. Get out of here.
You know what I mean?
I love that, man.
No. He knows. That's the thing that I was talking about football and even the fans, where people are so stuck. Like Ghana's. I'll use Ghana as an example. Ghana plays a small club, a small country, and they think that just because we are Ghana, this game is already for gone one. And then we get beat by Comoros Island. I didn't even know there was a country named Comoros Island until Ghana got beat.
I'm African. I don't even know that.
You see what I mean? The old days of football is gone. I mean, these days, these football clubs have stretched themselves all the way, and they are developing talent. They're developing talent. So you can't underestimate anybody, man. You cannot underestimate. Yeah, even in the World Cup. That's why the World Cup is such a great thing, is because of those Cinderella stories. And obviously, the creme always moved to the top.
I'm coming for you, Russell, man. You laughed at me, innit? Okay, laughing out loud, yeah? I haven't forgot it, man. It was a good point, though. It's a good point. I'll give you that. But players can take risks. Let me just put it that way, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
there's
man.
some news there for you, Quasi. There's some news there for you if you want to share that.
Oh, let's go.
Drinking.
Curtis Jones is said to be handed a new deal by Liverpool. Take that. Take that, Fuzzy. Take that, knee. Take that. Yeah.
Is that what they do to me? Yeah, they heard what I said. They heard it, man. They heard what I said.
They're holding it back.
They're watching us, man. They always say that they're watching us, man. They're watching us.
Thank you. They were watching right now. They were watching right now. They were like, you know what? Let them wait. When the show is almost over, we're gonna hit them upside the head.
To be fair to us, Kwesi, we said he was a good squad player.
Now you changing your mind.
We did say that. We did say that.
I know what you mean when you
all
say
we
squad
said was
player.
that we expect more from him because he's part of the senior bunch in that squad.
That's true.
What's so hard about saying that? I don't understand.
No, I don't disagree with that part. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Curtis have leap bounds, man. This is a player that, see, this is the thing that people don't understand. If you bring a superstar in,
out, man, get that out, man. Passion.
Hit him with a trademark infringement. The thing is, you have to understand that when you have a club with superstars, you need to have somebody who, they're happy to be there, but they still want to play. That's why Galacticos never worked.
It will never. Listen, that's a travesty, isn't it?
It made no sense. They were supposed to collect everything.
Yeah, you put all the greatest players in every position in your team, and you still don't.
They still don't win anything.
Ooh.
I mean, the best thing they win was win La Liga one time.
La Liga,
right?
that's it. Yeah,
that's
it. Ronaldo's never won a Champions League, guys. Just to let you know that original number 9.
Maradona never won it.
Maradona either.
Maradona
used to love small clubs, innit?
Yeah.
Barcelona was Barcelona as well. They didn't win the Champions League when he was there.
Maradona's club career is crazy.
It's crazy, isn't
Maradona's
it?
poker is just weird. Like
Mhm.
he never, yeah. Like if you
You
look
never
at,
seen the top clubs, do you, Irishman? Never.
no, he didn't do
I know,
like
I know he
5 or
played for
6 years
Barcelona,
and
but
win.
Barcelona never were that team at the time either,
You
because
know,
they've only won their first Champions League, I think, in 1992. You know what I
Mhm.
mean, so they were never that big. They were obviously with Real Madrid on that stuff, but Real Madrid were always head and shoulders above everybody else. But carry on, Irishman. Sorry, mate.
no, it's, you know, you're spot on. I mean, it's just so many people. You know, but yeah, no, Maradona he's definitely more famous as an Argentina player. I mean, in
Mhm.
Napoli, he's a
Oh,
god,
the
yes.
worship.
But he
El
went to play
Dios.
like, I'll give like there's €5 to the first person that can tell me who he signed for after he left Napoli.
I think it was Seville, innit? Seville,
Yeah,
and he went back to
Sevilla.
Yep.
Boca
He went to
Juniors
Sevilla.
or something
Sevilla.
like
I mean, Sevilla. That's like what's Sevilla? Do you know what I mean?
You know,
Like
Tottenham
these are
almost got him.
Europa League clubs.
that. You know, like
Napoli,
you
Sevilla.
know what it is, Irishman? Sorry to interrupt, bro. You know what it is? He
No,
believed himself as a player. He could get small clubs to the top. You know what I mean? He
he
believed
did.
he was that good. That's how I love that guy. You know what I mean?
He
When people
guarantees
are
you.
attesting that. Yeah, man. Take the tough challenges as a player and try get that up. You know, that team up. Look what he did with Napoli. Can anybody tell me outside Maradona who was the players in that team?
He did what LeBron did for Cleveland.
They had Correca there with him up front. That was,
And then he had Overmars. He came in, he said, "Get me Overmars." Now at that time, people did, you know, Overmars, he was at Arsenal too, right?
Yeah. He went to
Yeah.
Arsenal.
no
after-
Maradona at Napoli in like 84,
Yeah.
85. Who was there with him?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. They had no players. They had no players that, you know.
They didn't have money. That club, you see, Maradona, if you read his, you know, he considers himself the people, you know, I'm from the gutter. So he likes going to places where there's like he would have loved to. He wanted to. I think at one point they said Liverpool was one of his favorite. Not that he would have come there and play, but Liverpool is one of the favorite because he loved that story behind the club, right? Sevilla, same thing. Barcelona, they were just a small brother to Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, yeah. They wasn't
You
that big at the time, yeah.
Yeah. And then Napoli was just match made in heaven because Napoli at the time was fighting against those rich clubs.
Can you believe
AC,
though, like
Inter.
what's his name? Terry Venables went to Barcelona, got rid of Maradona, brought in Gary Lineker. You know what I mean?
Well, Maradona was playing video game kung fu at everybody, so they had to get him out. And then guess what? He went up. He went to Boca Junior. Same thing. That passion from Napoli to Sevilla straight to Boca. When you know when Boca and was a River Plate place, it's not even football.
Oh yeah, man. Some people get killed in that damn
Brother.
place. I'm never going there, man. That's for sure, man.
They tell you don't even go to the stadium. People are not even watching the game. They're fighting.
Yeah, no. I think they threw someone from the staircase, innit, and they killed the person or something.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't doing that, man. I ain't going there.
Yeah.
I love to watch football all around the world, but not that
That's
one.
why I always look at people who say, "Oh, I want the old days back." You know, the tackle. I'm like, bro, are you watching football? Or you run WWE? There's two different. You can't put them together. You know, the same thing with the basketball here. They're like, "Oh, basketball is so soft. It's not like back." I'm like, people were throwing elbows instead of playing basketball. They
The
just
rules are different, though. The rules are different in the modern day basketball compared to the old days. I mean,
and that's why Fuzzy.
You know what they miss in basketball? That proper rivalry. You know what I mean? The hate. That's what they miss in basketball.
Now it's just skill. You have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the same thing. That's why I give respect to defenders in this modern era.
They control themselves. It's an art now, isn't it?
Now it's an art. You have to know what you're doing because
can't do that slide tackles anymore, man.
Bro, they were coming from behind. They had to ban. They had to set a rule say that you can't tackle from behind. That was football back in the day, man. But big up to all of you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate every single one of you guys.
Anytime.
Thank you, Annie Slot. I appreciate you shutting down Fuzzy, letting him know that Curtis is an integral player.
Can't believe it, man.
Don't hide. You're trying to turn off the light. We see you because you are also part of it too.
Don't leave me, man. Come on,
don't
man.
try to hide. We know what
Brothers
you're doing.
in arm, man. Brothers in arm, we stick together.
Big up yourself, Irish man. Big up to Carl for coming through and his, spoil the players rotten.
Yeah, guys. If he had a decent microphone, it could have been a great debate.
I know, but this brother, he had a camera.
We'd had a team full of Joey Bartons or something.
That's why he likes, And then he has a camera where he shows like have you seen those mob documentaries where they don't want to show the person who is talking, and that is another camera that he has. We're like, Carl, what are you doing, man?
Oh, the dark face.
The dark face, yeah. He has a camera.
Yeah,
He's
in the shadow thing. Is like, yeah.
If it's not the camera, is the mic. That brother, man. Big up to Carl, man. Big up to all of you guys. Thank you so much.
Isn't it? Everybody, even the chat was contributing today. You know
what I mean? Yeah, big up to the chat, man. Thank you so much. And also, please, thank you for being patient because StreamYard was acting weird. It wasn't logging in. Yeah, me and Carl talked for like 20 minutes and nobody was watching.
Wow.
And I know Irishman came in and
I was checking your YouTube and it wasn't playing. I was
me too.
I had your YouTube open in a tab, so like when it started, I'd hear
we'll get the notification.
And then I checked it and like it hadn't started on my YouTube, but you'd been on for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on?
And then the link didn't work. It said that the stream had ended 14 minutes ago or something. Yeah. And then I saw your Twitter thing that it says our stream has ended after 2 minutes. But yeah, I had no idea you were live. It didn't.
Yeah, Hussam came in the chat and he was like, "Yo, is it working?" Because I think it was a bigger issue for a lot of people.
They had the stream as well with Judge Mo. They had to cancel it. It just messaged me now. They had to cancel it. Yeah.
Oh man,
coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Big up to all of you guys. Please get the likes up. Please, let's get at least 25 likes before we get out of here. Get the subs up. Thank you for everybody who come in, man. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you. Crazy Bold. We out. Whoosh.